Hey everyone, and welcome to another Marks & Crafts figurine review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Figurize standard Digimon Magnamon kit. Now, unlike the other Digimon kits that I've looked at, this is a standard kit, not an amplified kit, like the Omegamon, Wargreymon and things like that. This is similar to the standard anime accurate Wargreymon and Metal Garurumon that I looked at a little while ago. So that being said, these are a simpler design, but they are more anime accurate, and Magnamon's design didn't really need an amplified. I mean, realistically, none of them needed amplified, but it's cool that we got them. But Magnamon already had a sort of very mechanical sort of design to him. The only major issue with him being a standard kit is that the standard kits are typically smaller than the amplified, so he doesn't scale well if you're just getting like an amplified collection. But we'll cover that a little bit later. So this is Magnamon from Digimon Adventure 2. It's one of Vmon's evolutions, and I don't remember a whole lot from Digimon Adventure 2, but I did really like the armor system that they had, and I really liked Magnamon's design. Now, for this kit, I did repaint part of it, which is all of the gold that you see, because historically with this channel, I don't like Bandai's injection gold. It's usually pretty crappy. It just doesn't look good all put together. In certain lighting conditions it does look good, but generally I don't like it. So I just repainted that with E7 gold. And I think it gives the kit a lot more depth and a lot more character. And yes, I could have done a matte top coat on his flesh and things like that. But I think it turned out okay because the skin color that they've got isn't too high gloss, like it doesn't look too plasticky, which will work in the figure's favor. There are also color correcting stickers, and the only ones that I used were the ones for the eyes, and I will go over where the other ones go in the review. But as you can see, Magnamon looks pretty cool all built up. He pretty much looks like he just jumped out of the anime, which is great. That's probably the best praise you could have for one of these kits. And yeah, there's just got such an interesting and angular design, like solid shapes, good detail and things like that. I remember the Digi armor that he had looked like some weird like golden shell, and you can see a lot of that left over in the design with the shoulder plates and the sort of side skirts. And I think it just really worked well with the design. Pretty simple design overall, but really striking and really memorable. Now, in terms of color correcting stickers, the only ones I used were the eyes. There are two white ones for his thumbs, as well as these little grey ones that go on the front of his skirts, and these little black pipe ones that there are 4 of on the right. And I'll quickly show you where they are meant to go. So on the front of his sort of like skirt, there are these little grey bits. They come molded in grey, and the sticker is a slightly lighter shade of grey, so I didn't even bother. I don't know why they gave you a different colour. It's silly. On his thumbs, there's a little bit of white there. I just painted that with a Gundam marker. It's not a super clean job, but it gets the job done. And on his back, there are these little pipes hidden at the back of his ankles. You are meant to use the pipe stickers on those or color them up. I didn't really bother because like they're hidden mostly, so I didn't really care. But yeah, that's it for stickers, and you can see the eyes look pretty good. I will say that the eyes are actually carved in on the plastic, so you can paint those up really easily. Like it's really quite beginner friendly for that, which I think is really great for the Figurize standard kits. It actually made me want to repaint it myself because I've never tried eyes. I'm just a little bit too scared to do it. But yeah, you can see how good the gold is. There's some really nice panel lining detail in there. I did not panel line this, but because I primed it in black and then did just one coat of the gold, it pretty much left the black lines filled in, and so it keeps its striking presence, which is really cool. I'm actually happy that that accidentally turned out well. But as this is a standard kit, there aren't really any gimmicks to talk about, and it, like I said, it's a standard kit, so it's pretty standard. So there aren't any accessories. I can't remember if there's a base adapter peg. Oh no, it's no base adapter, it's just a standard 3mm port on his back. Yeah, there's no extra accessories or anything like that. There's no alternate hands, no effect pieces. It's literally, this is all you get, as well as a few spare polycaps and things like that. So, might as well do articulation, and similar to the Omegamon that I did, I'll probably have the audio off camera, just so I can go through the articulation properly. So, it's got a ball joint at the head. There's also a joint at his neck that lets full rotation happen. So he's not limited in any way there. The shoulders are on a ball joint as well, and you can hinge them around and they don't really get in the way of anything. Arms can move out that far. They can rotate all the way around, and there's just a single bend at the elbow. The hands are on a ball joint, and are somewhat limited because of the cuff, but not really. The upper torso can rotate, it's on a ball joint, and the lower torso is also on a ball joint, but doesn't have as much freedom, so you can get a bit of a crunch. The waist skirts, the side skirts are also on a ball joint, as you can see there. Just popped off. It is a pretty tight fit, but that might be because I painted it up. The legs can move out that far because they're a bit limited from the side skirts. The knees can bend just that far, it's kind of crappy. The feet can swivel slightly on the peg that's in there and bend forward and back on a little rotation, which is from this pipe that's separated, which also makes it weird if you paint it up, because one pipe will move around and the other won't. And yeah, he can sort of spread out his legs that far, get somewhat dynamic action, but not really, and his tail is on a ball joint, but can't really do much. So unless you plug him into an action base or flight stand or anything like that, you're not going to get that much out of him, unfortunately. But like, he can just stand there and look cool, I guess. It's a little bit of a shame you don't even have like an open hand or something like that to say, oh, he's shooting energy or something. He's just got these closed fists, and yeah, he's pretty limited. I can't really swivel his foot any further to like sort of line him up on the ground better, but like, yeah, he's just okay. And that's pretty much the standard with the Figure Eye standard kits. They've got decent enough articulation, but unless you get in there and customize the joint, you're not going to get much out of it. Like the Wargreymon, how is limited at his arms, but you can really easily fix it up and give yourself like full rotation, which is really cool. So yeah, they're really good for customizing, and they look good as just a regular piece. But if you want them to be super dynamic and have tons and tons of joints like the other amplified kits and things like that, you're not going to get that much out of it. I mean, even though the amplified kits aren't that great for articulation, I'm just remembering the Bearslamon was really good, but the Omegamon and Gallantmon were kind of crappy. But they look cool. And that's what all these Digimon line figures are. They look really cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much to say about it. He's a nice little piece of Digimon history. I wouldn't mind them continuing a lot of the Digimon Adventure 2 stuff. Like, a lot of Vmon's armors looked really cool. Stingmon would be a great addition. Wouldn't mind an Angemon or Magna Angemon or anything like that. But we'll see what happens. I know that they want to continue the line, and I know that there is an Alphamon Amplified coming out, and I should be getting Gallantmon Standard soon. So we'll see how those turn out. But anyway, that's all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.